What is most useless item you carry with you all the time? Get out of jail free card in my wallet since high school. I'm not sure why, but it makes me feel better. Still have the key to my old office on my keychain. I haven't worked there in 3 years and will never be back. It's a really big key that tends to get in the way. I might get rid of it one of these days, but probably won't. A picture of my high school girlfriend who passed away 10 years ago. I've been in multiple relationships since then. But this is the only thing I can't seem to let go of from any of the relationships. The key to the home I grew up in. I was so proud when they gave me a key to the house in 7th grade so I could let myself in whenever I needed to. They changed the locks years ago. So this key is now completely useless. But I can't bring myself to take that key off of my key ring. I will always carry it to remind myself of my family. A straw wrapper my husband gave me once and jokingly told me never to lose. It's been 4 years and I haven't yet. Glasses cleaning cloth. I usually just use the bottom of my shirt. Weird rocks. Every single bag I have has at least 2 in them. When I was in Arizona 2 years ago, I bought a metal spider sculpture off of an old man outside a dingy side of the road Wild West travelers stop. As a receipt he gave me a wallet-size printed picture of him sitting proudly atop a horse, with a big white cowboy hat, and he signed the back and wrote the dollar amount. I still have his picture in my wallet today. I carry a rock shaped like an egg. I found it after my son died. I always called him my best egg. I still carry my Blockbuster account card in my wallet. FYI, where I'm from they closed down around 10 years ago, but you never know. Pointless in the sense it hasn't got a practical use, but a little letter my fiancée wrote for me when we were gonna spend time away as I was away for work and she was staying home. I keep it everywhere I go, so if I feel low I'll pull it out and give it a cheeky read. I don't carry it with me every day, but I'm a server in a restaurant. One time a kid left this little tiny Optimus Prime figure on the table. I went to bust the table and saw the little figure. Threw it in my apron and it's been there almost ever since. That was about 2 years ago. The almost is kind of awesome. 2. One time at work I pulled a check out of my apron and Optimus stealthily took flight. I didn't notice till the end of the shift. Freaking out. I searched the whole entire restaurant. Never found him. Saga over. Until a few weeks later. My co-worker heard me talking about it. I come by on a day off for a drink and he brings me the drink and tells me to follow him. Sitting on top of our bulletin board high on the top right corner. My Optimus fucking Prime. I'm elated and thank him profusely. I come to find out someone on the shift I lost him found it. They didn't keep it or throw it away. They placed him in a pen cup. Someone saw it and moved it to the expo window, etc. For a few weeks people kept moving it and I never saw it. Until my awesome co-worker heard me talking about it and reunited me with my tiny useless talisman. You a real one. Cam. Pads. I don't have periods anymore because of a medical issue, but I still bring them in case there is anyone that needs them. I have a coupon. Expired on June 30th, 2014, for 3 UN off of a large cocoa milk tea with boba from when I visited Suzhou 5 years ago. I live in the US though. I have a key on my keychain that isn't mine. When my sister was in hospice we went to clean out her house and found that key on the end table next to her couch. So we figured it was important. It didn't fit any of the doors or anything we could find in her house. When we asked her what it went to, she was too far gone on pain meds to answer. She died in 2008, but I've still got that key. Just in case I ever run into a lock that it fits. An all-purpose tool. It is not particularly good at anything it does. Has a hammer on it that splits into a wire cutter / pliers. Compared to a Leatherman. Not super helpful to have on hand. It fails as a hammer. As a pliers. As a cutter. Even the knife / screwdriver attachments etc. that pull out are so bulky that using any of them isn't great compared to say a Swiss Army knife. I carry a Leatherman on hand too. But it was a gift from daughter / grandson who find me handy. Because I fixed stuff for them. So I always have it on me as a memento. As a memento. Not useless. Always makes me think of the Red Green Show. If they don't find you handsome, they can at least find you handy. A love Omari I bought a month before last Christmas. My crush died the week before Christmas. 9 times out of 10 it's my chapstick. But on the one day I forget to grab it, you can bet my lips will be absurdly chapped for no reason. An ace of spades playing card in my wallet. It's kind of good luck thing for me. Always have an ace up your sleeve, or in your wallet. A pen. Anytime I'm about to leave the house, I put a pen in my pocket. Started doing this about 3 years ago in case of an emergency. Not me but a friend. Every time we go raving, he carries a single Viagra pill on the off chance he gets the opportunity to duck. MDMA stops you getting erections. He is a virgin who chokes up in the mere presence of a girl. A small ammonite fossil that my son gave me. I don't get to see him as much as I'd like, and this keeps him close. My credit card. It's valid but I never got around to activating it. I have never used it since I got it in 2014. I just like looking at it in my wallet cause I was broke for so long. The idea of owning a credit card seemed ludicrous. But now I'm doing pretty well, so I just pay cash, LOL. My high school student card. I use it to leech off student discounts at restaurants. Except I left high school quite a while back and it never works. Regardless, I still carry it everywhere in case there are days I feel a bit more thick-skinned. Towel. It's one of those super compressed ones about the size of a stack of quarters. I've never actually used it in maybe the past 20 years. But underscore I always know where my towel is underscore. A flint and steel. I love lighting fires with it. But my house does not have a wood stove or furnace. And most times when I go to a friend's bonfire, the fire is already going. But my gosh, if I'm ever in a castaway situation, and I have my purse with me, I will be able to light a fire, provided there's wood and tinder. I should mention I also carry a Zippo with me, which makes the flint more redundant. Also, I don't smoke, so the Zippo is quite ridiculous also. Washer from a helicopter stabilator that I messed up by mistake. Reminds me to not just force things, and if something seems wrong, to take a step back and see what is wrong. I carry a $50 Jamaican banknote in my wallet at all times for one reason. The guy printed on the note looks stoned to the bone and it never fails to make someone's day when I show it to them. I carry a pistol with me everywhere. But I have never once pulled it on anyone to defend myself or others. I've never been in that situation. If I didn't go to the gun range so often, that pistol would get no use at all. How useless it is. And it's very recent. But I started keeping a diary when my dog died a little over a month ago. And I write to her in it, just about how I'm feeling, reflecting on our memories. It's helped a lot. I always have a stain remover in my bag, for when I stain my top when I eat. Last time I did that, I think I was 5 yo. A cat dog figurine. It's been with me through all my biggest accomplishments. Nothing in the world but a lil cat dog. A letter from a temp first aid replacement, for when I needed a day off work. The letter describes the following in what happened that day. Guy knocked his teeth out with a hammer. Didn't send him to a dentist or medical. Another guy had second-degree burns. Had to cool himself off with a hose. Ambulance shows up after the guy was found unconscious from the pain. Air horns used up trying to find the first aid temp, who left the work site for a 2 hours lunch. First aid trailer was raised for supplies. First aid trailer fridge was used to keep beers cold. I keep the letter on me, so if any day seems bad, I can pull it out and say not that bad. I have my grandfather's dog tag on my keychain. It serves no real purpose in my life. It's just a keepsake.